If you don't know me, I'm Julianne.
Hey, Julianne. Hey.
Hi. This year was a little different for me. I wasn't actually a student this year, which is very odd, but I actually enjoyed camp more not being a student because seeing everyone come to the realization that you were enough for God, and it was just amazing. And it was scary to just put myself out there and just be there for whoever needed me. But, and I suck at talking to old people. I've in the past have insulted people on accident, but this time, luckily, I didn't. It was really good.
That's like the goal, right? Don't insult anybody.
But I really miss the elderly home. It was great. And there's a lady named Miss Morris. She wasn't actually there for herself. Her husband had just had surgery, and he was sent to the home, and she stayed with him. And Nathan and I we were singing to them. They even had a poster for us, like Harvest Fellowship presents Praise of Worship at this time. It was crazy. It was like, dang, performance. I'm getting nervous. But we were like singing, and she just pulled out, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like, what? It was like an auto heart. Is that what it's called? And it's like a bunch of strings and like random buttons that you press for the chords. She was totally out of tune the whole time. But she like came up there and sat next to us, and she like started playing all of her worship songs, and I was like, oh, you're cute. I like you. And afterwards, on the last day, she pulled all of us in this room and asked us if, well, she didn't want us to tell her, but if we wanted to come to Christ, and we can come to Christ then. And I thought it was awesome. They have someone there that is in love with God. So.
Now, was this the same lady, Rachel, that was at your place?
Yeah.
Who handed you the tracts?
Yeah.
Because when we got back, Morgan and Rachel tried to get me saved, and they started giving me tracts that this lady had given them. It was cool. Are you saved? Mind your own business. I want to say that one of the joys, camp is hard. Okay, it's hard to put together, and it's hard to keep together. And hopefully you guys don't experience much of that, which is kind of the goal. But one of the joys that we got to experience as leaders, and it wasn't just me and Charlie, but our adult leaders as well, was watching our college students get in the mix. And so we had Julianne and Brittany and Zach, and let's see, Trevon, and Chelsea, and Nathan, and Corbin, and Amber, and Alina, and again? Steven, yeah,
I think that was it.
And the tasks that we gave them to do, they did, but it wasn't just the tasks. It was, like Julianne said, putting themselves out there to be able to be used by God, because they understand the principle that somebody has invested in them, and that investment they have no right to keep to themselves. They have to invest in somebody else. And they did it joyfully and willingly and without sleep oftentimes, because they were most of the time the first ones up, except for Tuesday morning, but that's okay. or Wednesday morning, and they just did a fantastic job of relating. Susie Rivas said it best. She said, "Why would some teenage girl want to talk to an old lady like me when they have somebody like Alina Gonzalez in their life?" That's mentorship. And so I just want to thank you guys for your heart, for your service, for willing to do whatever we asked you to do, even if it wasn't originally on the job description, because you did it very well. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for the last skit. It was fun.
Oh my gosh. Look, I'm not going to apologize for that. Even if Nathan did have to get out of bed the night before to hear the news. For those of you guys who did not go to camp, in all of our programming, we had a slot for a skit to be done. The minor detail that we omitted was actually telling the participants of the skit that they were in the skit. But we did this on purpose. So the skit was on Thursday night. We tell them at 10:30 Wednesday night that they've got to come up with something original, and it's a Bible story, but they've got to present it somehow. And they had to get people out of bed to come hear the news, and they were mad at me.
Very mad.
They were glaring at me. But we stayed up till 1:30 in the morning on Friday morning, laughing hysterically. So much so, I kept my wife awake with my cackle because our room was right above the conference room where they were rehearsing. But it came out so well. It was one of my favorite things of the trip. And so if you just graduated, I'm warning you that I'm sensing a tradition. And we will change it up so that we're not predictable. But it was so funny. It was so funny. Alina's poop Twix thing was just hilarious.
Does anyone have a video of it?
Yeah, we took two